Hey guys, my name is Hannah and I would say, let's have some fun today. Okay guys, I really need to watch Wednesday 2. I didn't get to it yet, but I really want to. And there's one picture in particular of Jena Ortega from the London premiere of Wednesday 2 that I really love and adore. And it's this one. And I want to recreate it. I think it's so beautiful. It's a little bit more on the easy side, you know, it's not too much, but the lips are giving it away. And if you are looking closer to the eyes, you see more details and how beautiful it actually is. And maybe I will also try to recreate her eyebrows. Let me see if I can do that, but really want to do this. So I'm barefaced right now. You can see my skin got a lot better. I'm very proud of that. I have a little bit of BB cream on, a moisturizing BB cream, nothing more, and I will start from scratch with this look. I want to try to get as close as possible. So if it sounds good to you, let's get right into the video and let's start with the base. Okay, I think this is close enough. I will clip my hair to the side so that nothing is bothering me during the process. And for me, the base is looking very fresh and very light, and the rest is a little bit bolder. So we will start with a light, fresh base. And for that, I will use my MAC Face and Body in C1. Love this stuff. Look guys, I'm almost out. That's all that's left in here. I think to here. I hope it will come out, but I love this stuff. I need to repurchase it. And I will do a little bit on the back of my hand. And with a fluffier brush from Katie Huygens, the 041, she also likes to use this one for foundation, and I will use it for foundation as well today. I will go into the MAC Face and Body foundation. Like I said, moisturizer is already on my BB cream. I think this is enough. I try to spread it as even as possible. With a brush, it's very easy to do that. You don't overdo it with the brush. It's giving really the right amount of coverage. Now for concealer, I will go in with my Tom Ford 0N0 Blank, the stick concealer. And I will just do it a little bit under the eyes. I try to lift everything upwards. And also go a little bit to the places where I have the feeling I want to cover a little bit. And with my sponge, I will blend first under my eye out, and I will try to recreate the upwards motion of my concealer that I already laid down, so that my face is getting a little bit more of a lift rather than that I sagging it down. Now I'm coming to the areas I want to cover up a little bit more. After they set a little bit, they will cover up a little bit nicer, but also not too much because, like I said, I want to keep the face very fresh. Now I will use my e.l.f. loose powder and set everything under the eyes and on the T-zone as well. Her makeup looks a little bit more matte, rather matte than shiny to me, so I want to try to keep it that way as well. I think it's helping with the overall goth theme that's going on there, with the Wednesday theme, if you know what I mean. So I want to try to recreate that, so I will go not just to the T-zone, but also almost all over my face with the powder, just to keep it a little bit more matte. And now to the bronzing part. She has very, like, you know, defined cheekbones. So I will go in, I think, not with the bronzer. Therefore, I will go in with a more contouring type of product so that it's really a little bit more lifting, because I have more like a round face and she really has those defined cheekbones. I don't have them. So we need to try to recreate that as good as possible. And for that, I immediately thought of my NYX Sweet Cheek Matte Powder Blush in So Taupe. This color, I never used it for blush. I always use this one as a contour product because the color is perfect and you see it's much loved. So I will use this color to try to recreate her beautiful, beautiful cheekbones. I try to keep it a little bit more upwards so that's really lifting. Really try to focus this powder more like upwards and really go if you do this, you can see right here, you can create something like a cheekbone. So I want to try that. And I'm not holding back, you know. I really load my brush up. I really load my brush up with that color, with the contour color, and really go in there. Because you have to think of, you are on a red carpet, you really want that your makeup is being seen, so you need to do a little bit more than you would think. So that's really coming through. With the rest that's left, I'm going a little bit to my forehead. Very lightly. And of course down here to create a shadow that's slimming the face. That's slimming the face overall. And with a small blending brush, I will now do the nose. Going lightly in there. And just try to do the nose as well. I never contour the nose like that, guys. I have not the time or the energy for it. But for this look we need to do it, and we go a little bit right there. We will do it stronger when we are coming to the eyes, but for right now we will just create a little shadow. The small brush will help us to blend it a little bit better out. Going also a little bit to the tip of the nose. And now I just blend. And again, with a little bit on the brush, I will go over my lips. Just very lightly, to create a little bit of a shadow there as well. It will help later on, I have the feeling, with the overall gothy vibes. Okay, for her blush, it's not very strong. The blush is very low key actually. So I want to try to do a light blush application. And I have the feeling my NARS blush in Dolce Vita will help me a little bit better with that. Because it's not too glowy, but just a little bit glowy maybe, very lightly glowy. And the color is also very toned down. And if we are doing a light application of that, I think it will help with the overall dark effect. Therefore, I will use a smaller type of blush brush. I will go in there very lightly. I love to blush up, guys, you know me, but for this look, we will try to keep it a little bit more low-key. And to help more to do this with the face rather than to give it a little bit more volume, I will also focus the blush a little bit more upwards my cheek area, right where the bone is. Very lightly going in there, and I'm really going a little bit more upwards, like that. I think this is already enough. It did something for sure. Just very lightly, but this is what we want. And I also one-touch the nose. I go a little bit here, maybe. Very lightly with the rest that's left. But we one-touch the nose. I think this is good. This is everything we need for the blush. The part where I'm a little bit nervous, she has freckles, beautiful freckles. I never paint freckles on. I love freckles, but I never, like I said, I don't have the time or the energy to do them, even though I think they are beautiful. But for this look, we need to do them, of course, so I will see what I can do with that. I have some cream products from Danessa Myricks, and I think this is perfect to recreate some freckles on the face. So let's do this. Okay guys, I found it. I will use my Danessa Myricks waterproof cream palette. I have the Essentials palette. And let's see. The freckles are more on the brown side, so we will try to create that. And they're a little bit more warmer to, you know, it's more contrasty with her contour. And I will go, therefore, I think I will mix this warm brown with this more neutral, more warm-leaning brown. Those two. And I will use a very fine brush for that. Just going in there like that. I will erase the excess on the back of my hand. Look guys, I think this color is perfect. We just need to do it right. Okay, she don't have much on her nose, a little bit more at the side, a little bit on her nose, and everywhere else basically. So let's try it. I think this is enough, and with my finger I will go a little bit in there to lighten everything up. Especially at this place I have the feeling I did go in a little bit too strong, too much. So my finger will be my best friend, and because there are cream products, it's so easy to work them in. And with tapping motions you also don't disrupt everything you have created until now. I think not bad for the first try. I would leave it like that. I think this is good enough. And now let's come to the part I'm a little bit scared about, the eyebrows. I think I will do the classic, we will go over it with a concealer look. So let's try this. And for that I will use my e.l.f. Camo Matte Finish Concealer in a light peach. And I will just go with small dots over my eyebrow. Did already something if you're asking me. So let's do the other side. And now with my finger I will just pat it a little bit in. I don't wanna do too much right there. I wanna keep them light. And now I will brush the rest in. So that's looking a little bit more clean to the eyes. Is it already light? I don't know. Let's go in again, just a little bit. I don't have the feeling it's light enough for me. I try to scrap the most of the brush, that it's not too much on there. Like that. Because I have more thicker brows, it's easy for me to go in with the wand. But if you have smaller, narrower eyebrows, just go in, tunk your brush, your preference brush in, and go in with your eyebrow brush or something like that. I really want the blonde hair effect. And I think it's more present if I have a little bit of product on there, you know? Like that. I have the feeling it's giving a little bit more the effect of blonde hair strokes. Okay, I think I'm satisfied now. Okay, next step, let's come to the eyes, and the eyes are very vampy, a more vampy type of look, so I want to try to do that as well. We have a little bit of black, we have a little bit of glitter, and the rest is kept very light. And we have a little bit of a brown tone that's going to the nose part, so we will try to recreate that as well. First things first, I will go in with my Wet n Wild eye primer. A small dot on both sides. And with the rest that it's left on my finger, I will go down there. Okay, first the black, and I really want to use more like a creamy type of black, because I have the feeling this is the vibe that it's going on right there. And for that I immediately thought of my Isamaya industrial palette. So I really want to use this creamy black up here for the look. And the wing type of look is not really that precise, so it's really smothered on there. So I will go in with a packing type of brush into the creamy black first, and I will follow just the line. And I don't try to keep it too small, too precise. I really go in with the creamy product. She also had it a little bit on her lower lash line, so I want to do that as well with the same brush. But I try to focus it very near. And I focus it more towards the outer portion of my lower lash line. And I don't go too much inwards. Now we are coming to the inner part of the eye look, like under the... She has right under her brow bone area at the front portion a really dark brown, and it's really smudged in there, and it's going to her nose area. So it's creating something like a shadow, and it's looking more, her face is looking more narrow that way, and I really want to try to recreate it as good as possible. And therefore my dark brown of choice will be my Dior Backstage 010 Copper Essentials palette. And I really want to use this brown right here, because I have the feeling it's the perfect in between a warm and a cool toned brown. So I'm going with a fluffier, denser type of blending brush right in there. It's a little bit of a bigger brush because I really wanna get a larger surface area. And I will start right here and I will work it in. I think this is already enough, and with the rest I'm going to the front portion of my nose area. Like that. I especially choose this palette because it's also very beautiful and blendable. I really appreciate that. And you also can build it beautifully up. With a clean fluffy brush I will blend the sides of my nose out a little bit better. That I covered with the dark brown. Also going to the back portion where the brown is basically ending and give it a little bit more of a softer edge. Now I will stick with this palette and I'm going with the same brush that I cleaned the edges off with. I will go into this very, very light bony type of shade. And I will go on the parts of my lid area where I have basically nothing, just to clean it a little bit, to make it a little bit lighter and to let the rest pop a little bit more. Okay, now she has a little bit of glitter to the inner corners, to the inner portion of her lower lash line and also a little bit to the inner portion of her upper lash line. We will do that of course as well. But before we will do that, I think I will take a little bit of that brown that we used for the inner portion of our lid area. I will take a little bit of that on this brush again, very, 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 very lightly. And I will go a little bit under the black to my lower lash line with this one. Because I have the feeling there's also a little bit something of that, so that everything is looking a little bit more smudgy and blended. Very, very lightly on my upper lash line. Just to give it a little bit more of a softer edge. Now to the glitter. There's one palette in particular I have immediately to think of, and it's my Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette. And I needed to think of those two glitters right here, those lighter glitters. This is a glitter that has a little bit more of different specks in it, more, you know, a blue, a green and something like that. And this is a little bit more of an beigey type of glitter, and I think if I'm mixing those two, there will be the perfect glitter match for the Jena Ortega look. And with the same brush I did the freckles with, I will go first, before I will go into the glitter, into this very, very light inner corner type of shade, and I will put it very lightly with this brush into my inner corner. Also putting it a little bit towards my lower lash line so that the glitter is popping even more. And now I will mix those two glitters right here. And I'm starting to put it at the front portion of my upper lash line area. I already love that. And now I'm doing the same thing on the lower lash line. I'm also going with the rest that's left on the brush very lightly to the inner corner. Because there she has a little bit glitter too. Guys, I love the Tati glitters. They are holding so good on the lid. Do it on your own risk. It's not eye safe, but I'm always an advocate of, if you are cleaning it the right way away from your face, it will be fine. But if you don't like that, of course, you also can use eye safe glitters or more shimmery type of looks, but I really want to try to be as close as possible to her original style. Hey guys, I think this is the eye look. I love it. I love it so, so much. And for her lashes, she really has them very smudgy, very, you know, stick together. And for that I also have the perfect mascara, I have the feeling. For that I will use my sample size mascara from Chanel. 10 Noir is the Le Volume mascara. And this is perfect for that look, I have the feeling. It will give me the right clumpiness because look how wet it is. I have the feeling this will be the mascara for the look. And I will go with this mascara right in there. I won't be shy. And with the tip I will clump them a little bit together like Jenna has it. My finger I will squeeze everything a little bit better together. Okay guys, I really love it. And now we are coming to the lips and this is difficult. I have 4 lip colors right here with which I want to recreate this lip combo that she's having. So I think we will start to outline the lips with this lipstick right here. And it's my MAC Film Noir lipstick. It's a very vampy, dark, brownish, reddish type of lip color. And I will try just with the tip to line my lips. She has a very heart-shaped lip, so I will try to do that as well. Okay, and with my finger I will just clean it a little bit up. Okay, and in the middle portion she has a little bit more of a reddish type of lip, so I will go first in with my C3CE Style Nender Lip Tint in the color Carise. And I will go in with this dark vampy red with a little bit more of dots. I don't want to put too much on. Like that. And now I will again go in with my finger and wipe everything in. Next step, I will go in with my Bare Minerals Willpower lipstick. This is a more brownish, reddish type of shade again, but it's leaning more towards the brown direction. I will dot this one also over the red. I really dot it in to also give it this smeary type of look. And last but not least, to give it a little bit that plummy effect or that shimmery effect, I will go in with my Lip Veil from Chantecaille in the color Iris. And again, dotting it very lightly over it. And because I have the feeling the brown tones got a little bit lost, I will go again over it with my MAC lipstick again to the edges. Because in the picture they are really present, I want to keep it. And again with the brown from Bare Minerals, I will go to the middle portion of my lip. And with my finger I will clean it a little bit up. And I will go over it with another lip product, and it's my Judy Doll lip gloss in, I don't know what it is, in N05. It's also a little bit more of a plummy type of lip tint. And with this one I will go over it to the middle portion to lighten it a little bit up and also to give it this almost sleeky type of effect that she's also having on her lips. I will dot it in. Whew, okay guys, this is all of the look. I'm very proud. It took a little bit of time, but I love the outcome. I love how artsy I'm looking right now, and I love those eyebrows. Maybe I should also bleach mine, but I'm not there yet. I think it's so stunning, it's so cool, it's so edgy, and I love the overall vibe of it. I will try now to do my hair a little bit like her, and then we will be right back with the finished result. You will see everything a little bit more in a close-up version, and I hope you enjoyed this video overall. It was so much fun. I love that look so much. I feel red carpet ready right now, so love, and yeah, I will clean my hands a little bit and then we will be right back with the finished result. guys, and here's the look all zoomed out. I also put on this jacket right here because I thought it will give a little bit more to the look. And yeah, it was so much fun. I feel like a completely different person right now. I love the bleached eyebrow look. I have to be honest right there. I think it's looking so cool. And I love the look overall. I'm so glad I decided to recreate it. It was a smooth ride. That's for sure. It was a smooth ride. I really had something in mind. I really could, I barely made a mistake in the things I wanted to use, and it was always a good feeling when I decided to use a product for that or that look. So in that case, it wasn't that hard for me, but it's really something else. It's really something else. I never do something like such a look, and I really enjoy it. I think it's looking so cool, so gorgeous. I feel so vampy, and I feel like a Wednesday cast member right now. So I'm very happy with that. And yeah, it was easier than I expected it. It took time, that's for sure. It took a lot of time, a lot of products, because I really wanted to get it right. But all in all, I'm very satisfied. If you don't have all those products that I have, guys, you definitely have something in your collection to recreate it. That's the fun of it, to look what you have, to try to recreate it with things you have. And I think if you have similar colors, if you have some cream products, you are good to go. So I hope you tried as well at home. I had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If so, I would be really happy if you give me a thumbs up, that I know that you like this kind of content. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click on the little bell to get notifications here and there when I'm posting something new. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. We will see each other next time, and until then, bye guys.